Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New England Patriots. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Coleman. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. These two teams, Charles, the Jets and the Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually, and the Jets, they've got a new coach, new quarterback. And this rivalry, you feel like it could get very interesting again in a hurry.
Absolutely, because as we learned in 2020, it's no longer Tom Brady is guaranteed to win the division because he's no longer there. And we saw Buffalo take command in 2020. So this division, more open than it's been for the last 20 years or so.
And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1 yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1 yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Room here to run. And all the way up to the 49. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. He'll check this one down to Michel. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Complete. It's Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Newton. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. These two teams all tied after one. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And to the surprise of many, the New England Patriots made a huge splash in free agency. And on the first day, they added Hunter Henry from the Chargers. 5 years there, career-high 60 catches last year. He expects that number to go up in New England.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Newton now to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They fake the give. Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. Tackle made by Foley Fadukasi, the former UConn Husky.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Newton. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Newton to his tight end Smith. First down, Patriots.
Jonnu Smith spent 4 productive years in Tennessee, but really broke out in 2020 with a career-high 41 catches and 8 touchdowns. They really love his ability to get downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michel. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson able to connect with Mims. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. On the return is Olszewski. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Newton on first down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And he spent 4 years with San Francisco before coming over to New England. Had a career-high 49 catches in 2020. I think that Cam Newton's going to love his route running.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, this is Michel. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Another carry for Michel on 2nd down. And Michel will have the first down and more. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 30. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the red zone now, Newton. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, this is White on the screen. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And Folk's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Olszewski now to return. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I think at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Michelle, they toss it out right to him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
On first down, Newton. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. From the 50, Newton. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Newton to Michelle on the dump-off. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And Folks' kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tevin Coleman, 78 yards. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, you know, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Michelle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cam finding Bourne there. 1st down, New England. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Michel, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd and 8 coming up. Newton to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he'll be out right at the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. This complete left side to Aguilar. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. They'll run it. This is Michel. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, check.
On the ground, Michel. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Michel. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So you've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. This is Coleman. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 11.
Mike 45. 6 man. Check cross, check cross. Hey, left 3. Check look up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
But that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one. The way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard, I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll air this one out for Mims. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, Wilson. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Wilson wants to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now Wilson. He fights him off. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.